back with another pick a card reading. This is going to be what is an important relationship lesson you need to learn. All right, so I have 3 piles. So make sure you use your intuition to pick the pile that is going to best resonate with you so that you may get the messages that you need to hear. Also, if you would like a personal reading from me, I will link my email in the description so that you guys can email me for that. But we are going to go ahead and get started with pile number 1. I was going to say pile number 3, so there could be a message in pile number 3 for you guys. I haven't started it yet, don't know what it is. But yeah, pile number 1, if you feel drawn to it, you could pick it. If not, then only if you feel drawn. But pile number 1, an important relationship lesson you need to learn is that struggle love is not for you. I feel like you guys might get caught up into a cycle of struggle love. I feel like you 55 on the clock. I feel like you guys tend to go either back to the same type of relationships, 0101 on the clock, or you like to take people back from the past. You like to keep repeating the same cycles with certain people or with certain type of energies. That's where you feel comfortable. I feel like there's a mother-father dynamic in your relationship, 0121 and 123 on the clock, where I feel like you find people that you can nurture. Men or women that might have mommy issues, and you tend to 133 on the clock. You tend to take on that role of being the nurturer, the mothering, smothering energy to this person, where you always want to nurture them and let them know, like, I'm always here in your corner. 144 on the clock, like, I know everyone else has abandoned you, but I'm here. I'll never leave you. And I feel like there may be issues that you might have with your father that you get from these men or these people as well, where they kind of give you a sense of peace, or you kind of feel protected, or whatever it is that you feel like you're missing from a father figure. That is what you feel like you get from these partners, 212 on the clock. So I feel like there's some parental issues in the partners that you choose between yourself and them. I feel like you're searching for maybe the part of discipline or the protection that you didn't get from your father, or whatever it is, and you attract people 234 on the clock that's also wounded by their mom, and you two latch on to each other. But it kind of it does create a struggle love where this person does see you as that mothering energy. Like, no matter what I do, you're going to love me regardless, just like a mother would love their child. 255 on the clock. Like, your partners feel safe because in your eyes, they can't do any wrong. 0303 on the clock. So even when they hurt you, you continue to nurture them. I also feel like, I don't know, I'm just calling out what I see, but I don't know if some of you might have multiple children from multiple different partners, 323 on the clock. And there could be a sense of wanting to have a child or give a child to every partner, or keep having children with the same type of person or something like that. Or always, if it's not children, or having multiple children with these men that you might feel would keep them around to have this family unit that you two didn't have, then it's always trying to restart the relationship. You feel like this is a firm foundation because it feels like it's trauma bonded. I also feel like there's always some type of third party interference in your relationships. And if it's not third party interference of another person, and third party doesn't necessarily have to mean another person. It could be like the mommy, the daddy issues, or it could just be like it could be anything, but if it's not like a third party, I just feel like there's a lot of anxiety or short patience in the relationship, or just a sense of loneliness and feeling like you need to be with this person. Some of you could also may sleep with people kind of fast, 454 on the clock, in hopes that it will guarantee you a relationship with this person. you could feel like sex creates a firm foundation, 0505 on the clock, or sex is basically the basis of a foundation of the relationships that you get in. Like there's not really anything else to base the relationship off except for sex. Like the relationship isn't based on trust, or it isn't based off the fact that we have love for each other or that we want to see each other do better. The relationship is based on the fact that we have sex with each other and we are sexually bonded. And I feel like that is kind of what keeps the relationship going. Either you like having a consistent sex partner, 545 on the clock, or neither one of you really know how to express yourself. So sex is when you feel the closest to each other. I do feel like you kind of lose yourself in these relationships, um, simply because you base your identity on this relationship or on these relationships, these partnerships. Yeah, I feel like you might not exactly know who you are or what you want outside of these relationships because it's like that is kind of like your main focus. I don't know, but I'm getting the energy 626 is this is might be a pal that does not like to be alone or doesn't know how to be alone. So you could bounce from person to person, or you could keep going back to the same person even though they don't treat you well, just to have somebody, and you're spending too much energy. I feel like this partnership kind of becomes your career, your life, your this could be the type of situation where even if you have a job or something like that, if this person calls you and starts drama with you first thing in the morning, you spend all day on the phone and then you try to leave work early to go work it out with your relationship. Like I feel like this relationship kind of affects every other issues of your life. Um, and you could feel like, oh, when it's bad, but when it's good, it's great. And it's like you think about the good times that you two share together, and that's what kind of keeps you there. And you just feel like over time, as long as we're together, over time things will get better. Like, oh, we've been together 5 years. Yeah, things are getting better, but it's like maybe they do get better from the very first time, the first year, but it's still the same undertone. I feel like a lot of the relationships you get in are karmic relationships, and that is the lesson, the important relationship lesson that you need to learn in order to break this cycle. These are 757 o'clock. It doesn't matter if it's been 10 different people, it's still the same cycle. It's still the same karmic lesson because you aren't learning this lesson. The lesson here is to gain the wisdom and change the way you view relationships. I feel like the main thing is you feel like if I don't have to struggle for this love, then it's not real. Like I have to put you through the ringer, you have to put me through the ringer, in order for us to prove that we love each other. And that's just not true at all. I feel like when these people leave your life, it takes like a really big chunk out of you, and you could feel like you've lost everything. And spirit doesn't want you to feel like when these people leave your life, it's supposed to be like, okay, what did I learn from this situation? So I won't do it again. 848 on the clock. Not the fact like, oh, I want to get back with this person. When they left, they took my heart. That shouldn't happen. You should be so content with yourself and in love with yourself. Like, hey, I deserve so much better than whatever this person was giving me, that now they're gone. I know I will not accept that from anyone else, 0909 o'clock. But the fact that is that you do accept it in the next relationship. So this is what an important relationship lesson is you need to learn, is that struggle love, just because it's a struggle love and this person stays around and you two have great sex, and it's not where you're supposed to be. This is the lesson that you need to learn, that struggle love is not true love. It's not real love. And the more you learn these lessons, and it'll be easier for you to find a person that is for you. But if you feel like struggle love is real love, then when you do get something healthy where there is no struggle, then you'll end up messing it up 9:55 on the clock, because you're like, oh, we haven't 9:59 on the clock. We haven't went through enough drama. I don't know if you like me, and this person could be in love with you, and they're not just the one for drama. But you're like, oh, if you're not arguing with me, or we're not going back and forth and cutting up and bleaching each other's clothes at 11:33 on the clock, then you don't love me, and that's just not the case. So it's like good things take time. So I feel like this is a lesson that um, needs to be learned. Well, that's the title of the reading. This is an important relationship lesson you need to learn. Um, yes, but just the fact that you have to find yourself and understand what it is that you deserve in love, and what you will and will not tolerate, because you do tend to lose yourself in these relationships. You tend to forget who you are. And even if you did have morals and values in the beginning and say, I would never tolerate this or deal with that, but you end up doing it just in the name of love, that is struggle love. All right. So, yeah, I feel like your higher and lower self constantly battle with each other, because it's like, you don't deserve something, but the higher part of the higher self knows, like, I don't deserve this. I should be moving away from this. But 11:11 on the clock within the lower self is like, oh, but he's trying, and we get along so well, and I want to have sex. So, and I know that I can call this person anytime, and they'll come through, and we laugh and we have good times, but the bad times, you know, they prove that they love me. They tore up my house, but then they bought me a gift. Or it's just like that. That's the lesson that needs to be learned, is how you view relationships, and that struggle love is not true love. All right. So pile number one, that's what I have for you. Let me know if that resonates. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys at the next reading. Pile number two. All right. So pile number two, and what's an important relationship lesson you need to learn? So the song I'm playing for you guys is Creep. Um, Yeah. So I can't think of the part that I heard because it was playing when I started the reading, but I feel like you guys don't put a lot of energy or time into your relationships for them to grow or for them to have stability. I feel like your focus is elsewhere. 12:22 o'clock, primarily your business. Um, I feel like you're more concerned with your finances, 12:33 on the clock, than you are in a relationship, 1, 2, 3, 4, or just more so focused on yourself. Could be kind of like selfish energy. So I feel like you're not really into your your partners as much as you think you are. I feel like a lot of 11:44 on the clock. I feel like a lot of you might get in relationships because you feel like it's what you need to do or have to do, or you feel like this is a good business deal. Like this could be someone that could provide me stability and take care of me, and we can have a long lasting relationship. But I don't feel like a lot of you actually have your heart chakra open 13:23 on the clock. So you look at relationships as more of a business deal and stability than you look at it as actually um an actual relationship. Now 13:44 on the clock. Now this could be switch, where you get into partnerships that you could be the one falling into love, and your partners are just seeing you as like the best option, but they're not. It's fake love. I just feel like whoever it is, so take what resonates or switch it around or however like that. 14:04 on the clock. I just feel like somebody chooses partners where and be in relationships where they don't have any real love with them because it looks good on paper. 14 o'clock, because Rihanna's Needed Me is on. Somebody needs somebody. So this could be the relationship lesson you need to learn, is that you're going to miss out on good relationships and partnerships simply because you could be selfish and you're focused on yourself and your business and all of that, simply because you feel like that's more attainable. 14:41 on the clock. Or you could get 14:44 on the clock. You could get in relationships with people who don't focus on you, who don't try to make the relationship really work, um, who just kind of use you as maybe trophy, and they don't have any real love for you. So take what resonates. I'm not sure exactly who it's who in this. But I do see somebody holding back in 15:05 on the clock, not being vulnerable, um, kind of like always putting people on the back burner. And then if someone leaves, then it's like, oh no, 15:15 on the clock. Like, oh no, I want you to come back. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to neglect you. And I didn't mean to not give you enough time and attention and love. Feeling like you missed out on something, just kind of being dissatisfied. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of greed here of wanting more. And it's like, or maybe keeping your options open. Like, I'm going to just deal with this person, until someone better comes along. Or you're always the placeholder for someone else. This is like a placeholder, pal, placeholding someone in your life until someone comes better. 15:55 on the clock. Having a wandering eye, being in a relationship, but hoping if someone else was to come better around and they have more money or they look better or whatever, 16:06 on the clock, then I'm going to go after that shiny trophy. Or this is how other people do you. You allow yourself to be a placeholder in people's lives, 16:16 on the clock, and you stay in situations that you know are not going to go anywhere for a long time. Like, this is like being someone's girlfriend for 10 years. There's no talk of marriage, even though you could want marriage. There's no talk of having children or buying a house or any real relationship milestone. It's just like been coasting and for years and for a long time. Just it's stable, and being okay with it being stable, with thinking like, oh, we've been together 10 years. Eventually we're going to get married, but then someone else better comes along and it's like, oops, they're out, you know? I feel like you get in relationships, if this is the other person, I'm gonna say it as a I don't know. I don't know exactly who this is. I don't know if you're the one that's using others as a placeholder or you're the one that is used as a placeholder. 17 on the clock. But I'm going to read it as if you're the one that's being used as a placeholder, because this could be a lesson that you need to learn. Well, both of them could be a lesson. But I do feel like this is definitely a one-sided relationship where one person gives more. Like, so let's say you live with this person. That's 17:34 on the clock. You cook, you clean, you have children together, you take care of the children, you do everything, you balance the books and make sure the money is straight and do all of that. 17:47 o'clock. This person goes to work, they come home, they sit on the couch, they don't play with the kids, they don't contribute to anything. They barely want to take you on a date. They don't want to watch the kids. They don't cook. 17:57 o'clock. They don't clean up. All they do is go to work, come home, sit on the couch, drink a beer, watch the game, have sex with you, wash, rinse, repeat. Like, that's the entire relationship. 18:08 on the clock, and it's been like that. And it's you feel like you want more. You want more out of life than what you are being given. And but you settle because it seems stable. It's like this person isn't going anywhere. And I feel like some of you, especially if you've been in long-term relationships like that, you get dissatisfied even through sex. Some of you could even check out during the sexual encounter where you're not even emotionally or mentally there. Like, your body is there physically, but emotionally and mentally, you've kind of checked out, um, because you're no longer interested. Like, you're dissatisfied. You want something more out of life. And some of you could feel stuck. Like, we've been together 10 years. We got kids together, 19:09 on the clock. Like, I want to feel love. So you get stuck. The relationship lesson that you need to learn is not to get stuck, 19:19 on the clock, in situations where you're going to end up having regrets. Like, at the first sight of someone not loving you or treating you right, if your heart chakra is not open anymore, then it's time to go, instead of waiting around. I feel like you end up growing in these relationships, but the relationships are stagnant. So it's like needing to learn how to release it and walk away when you're no longer happy, instead of staying in something 2-3 years and wasting your 20s and your 30s and your 40s on a go nowhere relationship. Like, you don't want to look back at 60 and be like, I had the opportunity to leave and I did it. and I stayed here 2002 on the clock, and I'm unhappy. We never got married, and this was my life. Just cooking and cleaning for a man who's unappreciative, never really took me on a date. He doesn't even know what I like. He goes to the store. He doesn't buy me. He buys himself something. He doesn't buy me anything. I can ask him what my favorite candy is. He says Skittles, but it's really 100 grand candy. Like this man doesn't know anything about me. They don't really care to know anything about me. Like this just feels like it's the relationship 2034 on the clock is just easy. There's not much challenge there. There's not happiness. I feel like you get stuck in situations that it just seems stable. So you could really just want stability, and that's what like the main thing is. Some of you could be Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, or heavy on Virgo. It's like you don't mind the mundane life at first. 2111 on the clock. You don't mind the mundane life at first. And I also feel like I'm hearing you get what you ask for. So when you got into these relationships, pile number 2, what did you ask for? Did you say, I just want somebody that's going to be there with me through thick and thin, through the long haul? But did you ask for love? Did you ask for this person to care about you? Did you ask for this person to love you and to cherish you and to marry you and to want to be with you and all of that? I feel like when you ask for relationships, you ask for the bare minimum. So there could be a need for you guys to get a piece of paper and write down everything that you want in a spouse, and not just in putting anything physical on there, like, oh, he got to be 6'5" and a big this, and he got to have this, that, and the third. Like nothing. I mean, you can put physical, but try to focus more on the internal and the emotional. Because you can get a 6'5" man who looks great and all of that, but if you're not putting on there that he's empathetic or he's sympathetic and that he cares and that he wants to love you and that he's loyal and he's trustworthy, you're going to get somebody who don't give a damn about you. And you're going to feel like, oh, he looks great. I feel like also looks and staying power is what keeps you in these cycles. And I feel like that's where the creep song came in, was because you try to find happiness elsewhere. Maybe you look at other people's relationships, or some of you might creep. You might start talking to other people because you're bored. I'm just feeling like you get stuck in these situations, or you might say like, oh, I'm not going to be here long. Me and this person, I'm about to leave this person. And then you end up staying another 5-10 years with this person. But I feel like your soul wants to grow. That's the important lesson, is that your soul is too big and 2313, and your soul wants to grow, but you're keeping it stagnant, staying in these cycles and staying in relationships where there is no growth. 2323 on the clock, to the point where you're not really getting to know the new you. 2332 on the clock. I feel like 2334 on the clock as well. I feel like you guys want to change. You guys are realizing your values change, and what you originally wanted 5-10 years ago is not what you want now. And your soul wants to explore that. Your soul wants to break out of this mundane relationships, or I feel like this pal has staying power in relationships, but staying in relationships that no longer fulfill you, and not being afraid to leave just because there has been time being put in these relationships, because you are transforming and your soul is transforming and your soul is screaming 24/24 on the clock, like, let's go. Let's see what else is out there. 11:55 on the clock. Let's see what else is out there. Let's try something new. 24:34 on the clock. You have this burning desire to want to go somewhere else, but you don't, or to try something else. This could even be like dating the same type of people, but I'm getting more so, yeah, this could even be dating the same type of people. Maybe some of you desire to date outside your race, but you keep dating the same race and you don't get any satisfaction from that. So maybe you might need to try to date someone different. But if it's not like staying in one particular relationship, I feel like you always tend to date the same exact type of people, in your soul is like, let's try to date someone else. Let's do something else, So yeah, explore your relationship lesson, important relationship lesson you need to learn. Pile number two is to explore what your soul wants to not stay stuck in situations, to transform, to open your heart, and release old ways of thinking, old ways of doing things, old people. Not to keep focusing on someone from the past or a relationship or an old type of relationship paradigm that you used to be in. Not to go the easy route. You know, some relationships might be challenging and you may feel like you're not up for the challenge, but how would you know if you don't try? And you don't want to have regrets, because I feel like there's regrets heavy about not staying and saying like, or there's heavy regrets here about staying and not leaving and procrastinating and staying stuck, or keep dating the same type of people. Like, I keep dating this particular type of person, or this culture, this particular culture, 26 on the clock, or this particular race, and I'm not getting anywhere. Do I keep dating my race or my culture just because I'm scared to try something new? Or should I try something new because I want to be fulfilled? So that's your important life lesson or your important lesson in relationships, is to try something new and to get out of the mundane, constant just sitting there and not. Your soul wants to grow, your soul wants to expand, your soul wants to do something new, and you're depriving it of that. And that's why you feel dissatisfied with where you are, and you feel very sorrowful. All right, so pile number two, that's what I have for you. Let me know if that resonates. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys at the next reading. Pile number three. All right, pile number three, the song playing for you guys is God's Light. Pile number three normally is always ends up being my most spiritual pile. All right, but yeah. So what is an important relationship lesson you need to learn? Pile number three. I was going to say pile number two. So some of you in pile number two, some of you could be drawn to pile number two, or there could be a message in pile number two for you guys. If you feel drawn to it, you can watch it. If not, you don't have to. Sometimes just one pile is good enough. But I feel like a lot of people are sexually attracted to you simply because you exude God's light. I feel like this pile has a lot of empathy, very empathetic pile. I feel like you feel people's emotions, and people play on that, or they can sense it, and they feel like they can get some healing because you exude God's light. I feel like you vibrate higher than a lot of these people that you attract, and so they want your sexual energy. A lot of people, 2820 on the clock, they want your sexual energy, and I feel like they play on that by trying to manipulate you. The easiest way for them to get to you is to play on your empathy or your emotions. So you could have people that come to you. Some of them could come to you with a sad sob story, but I'm feeling like most of them might come to you like very romantic, very empathetic, like they own the same type of time you're on, like they feel your energy, like they're empath too. Like I feel like you might attract Piscean energy, or you could be Pisces, but I'm feeling like you attract a lot of people that need healing, and they know how to play on that. So I feel like a lot of people approach you in a very gentle way, in a very romantic way. Yeah, as soon as I say that, Rihanna comes on, and she's a Pisces, you the one, and it's like, baby, we meant to be. So yeah, the song is You the One. So it's like you could feel like everyone that comes to you is the one simply because of how you connect in the beginning of how they come. I feel like you could have like best friend energy, a very cool energy. And because you spiritual, you could dream about these people, and you could feel like, oh, it's a spiritual connection. 29:59 on the clock. You could feel like you have a spiritual connection with these people. That's how they get you. And then you could end up having sex with these people. It's very sexually driven. And I feel like over time, after you've been intimate with these people, then they start to reveal their true intentions. So what starts off as an extreme high of, oh, I'm in love, and you have the promise, like, I won't break your heart, and it seems like it's very promising, and then they end up leaving you, or you have to leave the situation. There's a lot of loss because you end up getting with undependable lovers. Ends up being a lot of relationship betrayal here. So the important relationship lesson that you need to learn is to, I'm here not jump in bed fast with these people, and to allow these people to reveal themselves to you first, because these people are wearing a mask when you first meet them. Everybody that you come in contact with, or, well, I'm not going to say everybody, because I'm sure there is one person, 3113 on the clock, that will end up being the one, but we're going to say 99.999% of people that you encounter are going to be wearing a mask, except that one person that will be for you. And they might be wearing a mask eventually because they want to impress you, 3131 on the clock. But I don't feel like the person that you will end up with will be the one for you. But we're talking about important relationship lessons from these people. They come to you wearing a mask. They come to you being very romantic, very empathetic, very spiritual. They could play on your spirituality. I feel like this child has a spiritual connection, and these people come in and they play on your spirituality. But I also feel like they always say something, because spirit with God, that God's light, I feel like spirit always warns you. You just have to listen. I feel like these people always end up saying something to you in the beginning that should have a red flag go off. But I feel like because you're such in lust and like happy, like, oh, this is the one, I feel like I heard naive. Some of you could be a little bit naive or very childlike, to where you feel like everyone doesn't have, because you might not have any bad intentions for anyone, and these people play on your spirituality. You could feel like, oh, they're the one for me. So it could be a little naive. Yeah, Ashanti happy. I feel like you have a happy-go-lucky personality, and you don't cross people, and you don't do wrong to people. So you feel like you give everyone the benefit of the doubt. You give everyone the benefit of the doubt. And it can kind of end up biting you in the ass. 3303 on the clock. I have 44 and 34 out here. 34 is a number that I see all the time, and I notice it a lot. That's why I always say 34, because I see 34 constantly on a day-to-day, all-day basis. So 34 could be very important for you guys. I don't even know what 34 really means. As much as I see it, I don't even really, because I see so many angel numbers a day but I see 34 every day. Let me see. 34 angel number means you'll meet a new romantic partner soon. If you're coupled, it's a sign your bond will grow deeper and stronger. Yeah. So I just feel like symbolizes the power of grace and spiritual transformation. It's reminders that God's grace is sufficient and all things can work. So I feel like a lot of times these are definitely lessons for you. These people are lessons about not being so naive and not falling into a trap. And I feel like you could be very attractive as well. And like I said, with God's light here, I feel like you exude God's light. So the best way for people to try to get to you is through sexual means. So I feel like you have a very strong sexual energy. So I feel like constantly you attract people. You could walk outside looking a complete hot mess, and you'll still have suitors. You'll still have people trying to, court you and get in your pants. 34 on the clock. So it doesn't matter, so you're always going to have suitors come after you. And so it's very important to allow these people to reveal themselves before falling in love. Learn how to hold back. Learn how to not get your emotions involved in these people. And you could have people like, even if you start talking to someone, and I feel like you can have people trying to harass you to get into bed fast. Like you can have people, like you could tell someone that you want to take things slow and that you're not trying to have sex with them, and these people would try to harass you. Not like, let's go have, do it now. But it's like, if you'll say, okay, let's just go to the movies and then we're going to go back home. They're like, are you sure you don't want to go to a room? You sure you don't want to come to my house? Like you will have people that try to harass you to sleep with you and get you, in bed very fast, simply because they want your energy. And I feel like spontaneously when it's divine timing, before maybe you sleep with these people or before you get too deep in love with these people, secrets end up coming out about them. But by that time, you may have already had sex with these people, or for some of you, you've gotten to avoid a lot of situations because I feel like right before you made some life-changing decision because of God's light, some secrets came out. You get so focused on these relationships that you forget about your finances. You also could lose money, or this could be if you're still focused on your work in the physical, then it's like just the energy exchange. Energy exchange is such a real thing. And people don't understand that 3636 on the clock, you sleeping with somebody, it's an energy exchange. This person can come to you hopeless and having financial issues, and then you could be doing great and 3646 on the clock, and as soon as you sleep with them, now all of a sudden you're having money issues, your car breaks down, and you see this person and they're doing good, they got a promotion at work and everything like that. So energy exchange, money is energy, currency is energy. And because you have God's light, even if you feel like you're struggling, you still always win. You don't have to, things always end up working out for you. And so giving someone your sexual energy is like 3717 on the clock, giving them your currency, your financial currency. So yeah, these people, they feel like you have your life together and they're broken. They're attracted to you. 3737 on the clock. I also feel like some of you need to speak up for what you want. Like when you meet someone, tell them, yeah. And now I look at the song, it's Tell Me by Group Theory. You have to tell these people like, hey, I'm looking for a relationship, I want to get married. I'm hearing Tiffany Pollard, I want my eggs cracked, I want my name dropped, which means I want to be married, which means I want to have a child. 1212 on the clock. And look at their reaction. At see what they say. They'll be like, well, anybody that'll be like, well, we'll just take it one day at a time, 3808 on the clock, ain't serious. Someone that's like, yeah, I want to get married, I see myself being with you, I see myself having children with you, someone that can be upfront with you, then yeah, 3818 on the clock. And also, watch their reactions and watch their actions after that. Like, are they doing something to go towards marriage and starting a family, and well, marriage first? Are they really taking you seriously? Because you do attract a lot of undependable lovers, and you do attract a lot of betrayals and people that want to cross your boundaries, people that feel like you're a safe haven for them, but they're not a safe haven for you. People that are very attracted to you, and from the moment they meet you, they have intention to sleep with you. Even the ones that you will have a good relationship with, they want to sleep with you. You have very, very strong sexual energy, very strong sexual energy. But your important relationship lesson that you need to learn is to not fall into the unknown with these people, and to give yourself time to know them and to allow them to reveal their true intentions towards you. Because it will be hard, because everybody is going to be sexually attracted to you and probably want to have sex with you fast. Probably even your future husband is going to be very sexually attracted to you. But the energy is going to be different. 3936 on the clock. So yeah, watch how people try to play on your emotions and your empathy and try to connect with you spiritually, and learn. And I also feel like you like to fix people. You're a fixer because you have God's light. You have that divine energy where you want to bring people to the light with you, but everybody can't come to the light. Some people have to find their own light. You can't give them any of yours. So, and also watch out, because some of these people that you meet could have sexually transmitted diseases. That's not going to be for everyone. 4014 on the clock. But they feel like you can heal them from that. But if not sexually transmitted diseases, I just feel like sexually they want you, and they want to kind of like infect you with their low energy to, push that off on you so that they can have a clean slate, because you have clear energy and you transmute energy. And they feel like if they release their burdens on you, you can transmute it. Like they'll be our 4040 on the clock. Pile number 3 will be all right. They can transmute that energy, but I don't know how. Like they'll bounce back. So let me give them my burdens while they give me their hope. I'll give them my sorrow, and they give me their good energy, right? Because there has to be a equal exchange. But just because hey, I'm sure sorrow and happiness weighs the same. It doesn't necessarily mean what they give you has to be good, but they have to give you something. 41:11 on the clock. So they're going to 41:14. They're going to give you their sorrow, and you're going to give them peace and happiness and joy. All right. So pile number 3, that's what I have for you. Let me know if that resonated. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys at the next reading. And if you would like a personal reading from me, I will leave my email in the description so that you guys can email me for that. And I will see you guys at the next reading.